Welcome all to Plutus IAS. We are continuing our NCERT series and today we have taken chapter 2 of class 7th, Inside Our Earth. Earth is made up of different layers, and in NCERT also there is an example which has been given of onion. How if we peel it off we get to have different layers. Similarly in Earth also we have different layers. For example, the topmost layer is made up of a different composition. The composition beneath it, which we called mantle, is different, and below that we have the innermost layer which we call it as core. So we'll be discussing about different layer and how they are made up of, and we also discussed in the previous lecture how the earth is divided into. If you have seen my previous lectures of NCERT, then those will be very helpful for you in understanding this chapter as well. So if you have not gone through that, please go through those video lectures as well. So first understand what is the interior of earth. So just like an onion, earth is also made up of several concentric layers. Okay, the uppermost layer we call it as crust. So uppermost layer is your crust. Now this crust is divided into two parts. Right, what is that? One is your continental crust, another one is your oceanic crust. We tend to forget one part, that below the ocean also we have an ocean bed, and that ocean bed is nothing but a land. That land is a part of a crust only. Although the ocean is a part of hydrosphere, but the land on which the ocean is, that is a part of the crust. So we'll count it as oceanic crust. So this whole is forming what? This whole of it is forming the same thing, continent crust and oceanic crust. Now you need to understand that how they are divided into, whether now what detailing you need to do. For example, whether the oceanic crust is thick or the continental crust is thick, this is you need to know from the prelims point of view, because lot many times this question has been asked in the PYQ as well. So if I refer to this, it is about 35 kilometer on the continent masses and only 5 kilometer on the ocean floor. So from this statement it is very clear that your oceanic crust, your continental crust is thicker than your oceanic crust. Okay, it is clear. Okay, and what it is made up of? It is made up of silica and aluminium. Together we call it as Cr. So the oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. We call it as Sema. So this is the component through which they have been made up of. So how it is made up of, we'll again revise that. So continent is made up of silica. It is made up of Cl, which we call it as Si represents your silica and Al represents your aluminium. And what about Sema? Your oceanic crust is made up of Sema, Si represents silica and this is your Sema. Okay, so this is how it has been made. Now what about the inside of earth? Okay, so one we have discussed that how they are made up of. One is made up of silica and aluminium, which we call it as Sema. The oceanic crust is made up of the oceanic crust is made up of Sema and continental crust is made up of Cl. So Cl is silica plus aluminium and oceanic crust is silica and magnesium. Another one which is the innermost layer is your core. This layer is made up of knife, which is your nickel, and ferrous, ferrous means iron. So this is how you have to remember this, right? Now, what is the temperature and pressure that we have in different layer? That I am going to discuss later on. So this is the most important part, right? First we will understand how the rocks and minerals are, then I will discuss how the temperature and pressure is going to vary in different layers. So the earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks, okay? So rocks and minerals, the earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass of the mineral matter that make up of earth's crust is called a rock. So rock is made up of what? It is made up of mineral matter. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust is called rocks. Rocks are of different color, size and texture. Because of the different kind of rocks, we will have the different kinds of soils also. So rocks are made up of different kind of minerals, and different kind of rocks make the different kind of soils as well, that you will read in the later part of the chapter. Okay, there are 3 types of the rocks. Okay, so now we have different kind of rocks. Okay, this you need to understand very clearly. So we have 3 types of rocks majorly, right? One is igneous, then we have metamorphic, and then we have sedimentary. So how is igneous rock? Igneous rock is getting its component from where? From inside the earth, in the form of volcanic eruptions. So all the volcanic eruptions which are happening, what they will do? They will bring out the lava, right? When they bring out the lava, then what they form? They constitute the form of the rock, which we also call it as igneous rock. So the where is the root of the igneous rocks? It is from inside the earth in the form of the volcanic eruption. Now under the high heat and pressure, what will happen? This igneous rock will change into metamorphic. When a high heat and pressure will be applied on the igneous rock, it will change into metamorphic rocks. Okay. So where you will find the metamorphic rocks? Your Himalayan region is made up of metamorphic rocks only, right? Similarly, how you will find the sedimentary rocks? Now, what will happen through the external forces like air, water, erosion will happen of igneous rock and metamorphic rock. Erosion will happen, and erosion will take what? It will take a form of a sedimentary rocks. Okay, so when the sedimentary is what? Something which has been eroded from here, igneous and metamorphic rock, right? When the igneous and metamorphic rock is getting eroded through the natural external forces, which we call it as water erosion and air erosion or wind, through that what is take place? Formation of sedimentary rocks takes place. Okay, your Vindhyan, region is having sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks you will find there, for example limestone. These are the examples of sedimentary. Okay, how you will find igneous rock? You will find, for example, the basalt that you find is a form of igneous rocks. Okay, next, how they change. For example, I wanted to discuss between how the different layers which we have, the concentric layer, they change their composition, right? For example, this is your oceanic and continental crust, which is forming the uppermost part of the earth. We call it as lithosphere. This is the uppermost part. Okay, this is constituted of seema, oceanic, and continental of Sial. This we have already discussed. Now as we move down, the composition will change. Why? Because of the high pressure and temperature. Okay, therefore the innermost part of the earth, which we call it as inner core, is solid, but upper core is liquid. Your mantle is also in a plasma form, plasmic form or plasma form. So why it is there? Because as we go down, pressure is increasing, no doubt, but temperature is also increasing. Therefore, we have the composition as how I have explained to you. So the uppermost solid, your mantle having a plasmic form, then your upper core, and then your innermost core, which is solid. Okay. So this is how the different layers have been divided, and also the rocks has been divided in this form. Now the next part in the NCERT is talking about the extrusive and intrusive rocks. Extrusive and intrusive rocks. Intrusive igneous and extrusive igneous. What do you mean by intrusive? Intrusive means inside. Intrusive, intrusive means inside. Extrusive means outside. From this word itself you should get to know it is talking about inside the earth, and extrusive is talking about outside the earth. Done. So rocks formation are having, igneous is having two types, igneous, intrusive igneous rocks and extrusive igneous rocks. So now we will discuss, there are two types of igneous, intrusive and extrusive. So how are they? So when this molten lava comes out on the earth's surface, it rapidly cool down and become solid. Rock formed in such a way is called extrusive. So when the lava has come outside, it comes on the earth's surface. Now it becomes what? Extrusive. Okay. They have fine grained structure. For example, basalt, I have discussed the example of basalt as well. For example, where is basalt? It is in Deccan Plateau. Sometimes the molten magma cools inside the earth. We call it as intrusive. When the magma is not able to come out of the earth, but it forms a shape inside the earth itself in different form, that you will later on read in the 11th class, because this has to be detailedly read in the 11th class. Leccolith, Betcolith, dike, sill. So there are different types of intrusive rocks that will be discussed, but not now, because now you are just reading the 7th class NCERT. So now since they cool down slowly, they form grains. Granite is an example of such rock. In the 7th class, only 2 things you need to do. First of all, understand what is the difference and also remember the type. For example, if somebody asks what is a granite, so granite is an example of igneous rock. But what kind of rock? Intrusive igneous rock. Please focus, right? Granite is an example of intrusive igneous rock. Okay. I have discussed the sedimentary rock as well. Now, what these are the uses of rocks. These are the application which we already know very well, that it is used in the formation and the construction of different buildings, etc. for a utility. Okay. Now, this is the rock cycle that they have given in a very short form and very clear form. What they are trying to tell you, that metamorphic rock can be changed into different kind of rock, even the igneous rock, right? How the sedimentary rock is getting formed? Through the sediments. For example, wind erosion is bringing the particles from the igneous rock and making the sediment. It will form the sedimentary rock. Similarly, sedimentary rock can be converted into igneous. So, there is a cycle which has been given. Now, sedimentary can be converted into metamorphic. Even metamorphic can be converted into sedimentary. So, every type of rock can be converted into other type of rock. Therefore, the cycle has been shown here. Okay. Now, rocks are made up of different minerals that we have already discussed, right? And there are different utilization of rocks and minerals as we know. Okay, iron, etc. So, there is a different kind of utilities of different minerals. Now, as I have explained in the previous lecture also, that you need to focus on the back exercise. I hope you are also doing the back exercise along with the explanation part of the NCERT, because it will help you in memorizing what you have read important in the chapter. So, do not forget to do this exercise, which can help you to build the fundamental of the chapter. Thank you so much.